Hello everyone, Ismail here. I'm 13, and for the last few years, I've been coding almost every day. What started as fun turned into something more. I realized I was actually becoming a real developer. It wasn't a single moment, but a series of small changes in how I thought and worked. Today, I want to share 5 quiet signs that show you're making the same journey. These aren't about jobs or certificates. They're about the mindset shift from learner to builder. Let's dive in. The first sign that you're truly growing as a developer is this. Mistakes and bugs don't scare you anymore. What once felt intimidating now feels manageable, even interesting. When I started out, every error message felt like a personal failure. I remember staring at the screen, feeling overwhelmed and wanting to quit. It seemed like I'd never get it right. But over time, that initial panic faded away. Now, when I see an error, I don't freeze up. Instead, I see it as a clue, a hint pointing me toward the solution. Debugging has become less of a source of stress and more like solving a puzzle. It's no longer a personal defeat, but a challenge to be unraveled. I take my time to read error messages carefully, trace the problem step by step, and work through it methodically. Each bug is an opportunity to learn something new. Debugging is where the real learning happens. It's in these moments of problem solving that your skills truly grow. This shift in mindset shows you've built resilience, one of the most important skills any developer can have. You're no longer afraid to make mistakes because you know you can handle them. You understand that code is rarely perfect on the first try, and that's completely normal. Every error is just part of the process. If you can calmly approach bugs and even start to enjoy the challenge they bring, you're beginning to think like a real developer. You're not just writing lines of code, you're actively solving problems, building solutions, and growing with every challenge you face. That's a huge step forward in your journey. Every small victory adds up, boosting your confidence and skill. You're becoming a builder, not just a coder, and that's what truly sets you apart in the world of development. Sign number 2, you clean up your code without being told. At first, you just want things to work, no matter how messy. But soon, you revisit old projects and feel the urge to refactor. You rename variables, break big functions into smaller ones, and add comments for your future self. No one's making you do it. You just care about quality. This habit shows you're developing real craftsmanship. Clean code is easier to debug, expand, and share. Taking pride in how you build is the mark of a pro. The third sign, you search less and think more. Early on, every problem sends you straight to Google or Stack Overflow. But as you grow, you pause and reason things out yourself. You build a mental model of how things work and start designing solutions from scratch. You still look things up, but now it's for details, not answers. Search becomes a reference, not a crutch. When you solve problems from your own knowledge, it's a powerful feeling. It means your skills are real and internalized. You're not just copying, you're creating. That's a fundamental shift. Sign 4, you finish and share your projects. This is a huge milestone that sets you apart from many others who only dream or plan. It's easy to start things and never finish, leaving a trail of half-done ideas and forgotten folders. Many people get stuck here, jumping from one new idea to the next, never seeing anything through to completion. The real growth happens when you push through, even when it gets tough. You keep going through the late nights, the bugs, and the moments of doubt, refusing to give up. You focus on finishing, even if it's not perfect. You know that done is better than perfect, and you're willing to polish and improve as you go. Then, you share your work, on GitHub, a live site, or with friends. You put your projects out there for others to see, use, and even critique. Sharing is scary, but it makes your work real. It's a leap of faith, but it's also a moment of pride and growth. Each finished project builds confidence and becomes part of your story. You start to see your progress, and others do too. If you have a list of completed, shared projects, you're operating like a real developer. You're building a portfolio that shows your skills and dedication. You're not just dreaming, you're shipping. That's what builders do. You're a builder, and every project you finish and share is proof of your growth and commitment. The fifth and final sign that you're truly growing as a developer. People start asking you for help. This is a big milestone, and it often sneaks up on you. Suddenly, you notice friends, classmates, or even strangers online reaching out, wanting your advice or guidance. Maybe a friend sends you an error message they can't figure out, or someone in a forum or chat group asks for your opinion on a tricky bug or a confusing piece of code. At first, you might feel like an imposter, wondering if you really know enough to help. But remember, you only need to know a little more than the person asking. Even if you're not an expert, your perspective is valuable. When you help others, you reinforce your own knowledge. Explaining concepts out loud or in writing forces you to clarify your thinking and spot gaps in your understanding. You move from just consuming information to actively contributing. Sharing your solutions, no matter how small, helps the whole community grow. Even small acts of help, like answering a simple question or pointing someone in the right direction, mean your skills are being recognized and appreciated by others. You're becoming a source of knowledge in your community, someone people trust and look up to for guidance and support. That's a powerful sign of growth and confidence. It shows you're not just learning for yourself, but making a real impact. You're not just a student anymore. You're starting to teach, inspire, and lead others on their journeys. You've reached a new level. This is where your journey as a developer truly starts to shine. Those are the 5 quiet signs. How many do you recognize in yourself? Be proud. You're on the path most only dream about. This journey isn't a race. It's about your growth, one line of code at a time. Every bug you fix and project you finish is a real victory. So keep going, keep building, and enjoy the journey. If this helped, like, subscribe, and share with a friend who needs it. Thanks for watching. Keep coding and keep growing.